Now you might be thinking, Charles, you already did this already. Wait, it's probably on this side because I'm a dumbass. But yeah, I kinda did. But that video was shit, so I'm redoing it. Get a pork belly weighing around 300 grams, washed and patted dry. Try to get the ones that only have 2 thick lines of fat and lean meat, as opposed to 3 or more thin lines of fat and lean meat. This cut of meat is actually not called pork belly, it's called bole yolk in Cantonese. The literal translation would be glass meat, but knowing that probably wouldn't help you unless you're in Hong Kong. It's located somewhere in between the pork belly, the tenderloin, and the shoulder, and that's all I was able to get out of the butcher guy. I'm sure if you ask and show him a picture, you can get this cut yourself, but if you can't, it's not a big deal. You can use pork belly for this dish. Now get a blowtorch and burn off the pork hair on the pork skin. Alternatively, you can rub the pork skin side down against a very hot pan to achieve similar effect. Wash and scrub off the burn spot with the back of a knife, or just a knife you don't feel any affection for. Put it into a pot full of water and get it to a boil. The pork will release a lot of foam, and once all the foam is released, take it out and drop it into an ice bath for 5 minutes. Now switch out the water in the pot and add 3 grams of Sichuan Peppercorn, 2 or 2 grams of star anise, 3 to 4 slices or 10 grams of ginger, 70 grams of Shaoxing Wine, and just a bit of spring onion, and bay leaves. Once it starts boiling, turn the heat down to a super duper low heat where it's just barely simmering, and then simmer for 1.5 hours. Now while waiting for that, get 5 cloves of garlic, roughly 30 grams, slightly crush it and cut the stem part off. Now it should be relatively easy to peel it and then cut it in half. Now with the pointy side pointed at you, slice down the onion vertically without cutting it all the way, and then slice it twice horizontally. Now just dice it and finally chop it into a paste. Now is this the most effective way to make garlic paste? Probably not. You can probably use a small ricer to do the same, but this is cooler, so yeah. Now put the garlic paste aside and in a small bowl, add 10 grams of soy sauce, 4 grams of vinegar, 2.5 grams of salt, and 5 grams of sugar. Mix that all together and then add 16 grams of chili oil and also the garlic paste, and just fully incorporate them into the sauce. Now back to the pork. Take it out of the pot and let it cool to room temperature before putting it into the fridge for it to get firm, so it's easier to cut it into thin slices. Now with a super sharp knife, slice the meat into 1.5 millimeters or 1/16 of an inch thick. It has to be this thin because the meat itself doesn't have any seasoning in it, so it relies on the garlic paste to give flavor. So if it's too thick, it will taste a bit bland. And also we didn't cook the pork to super tender, so it will be a little bit chewy if you cut it a little thick. Now just put them onto a plate and put a good bit of that spicy garlic paste sauce thingy, and just sprinkle some spring onions on top. Chopped spring onions on top. And you're good to go. So some people like to cut up some cucumber into thin slices and then wrap them in the meat as to a counter for the spiciness and the fattiness from the pork, which is fine. I just don't personally appreciate it because I just want to chomp down on the meat as soon as possible. But if you want to do that, you can do that. And yeah, that's about it. And also, you might be wondering, why the fuck are you like walking and talking? It's really annoying. And yeah, it probably is, but I have ADHD and I realize this is the only way I can talk properly. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, like it and subscribe. Bye.